What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, I bought another truck because I don't have enough trucks in my life. Actually, I bought this because I found it for an incredible deal, in my opinion. 2004 Dodge Ram SRT 10, the Viper truck, guys. These things can be pretty pricey, but I got mine for only $18,000. I wonder why it was so cheap. I'm sure we're gonna find out here real soon. So here it is, my new to me Dodge Ram SRT 10. Guys, this truck originally came out in 2004. They only made this truck for 3 years, from 04 to 06. And 04 is kind of interesting because in 05 and 06, they upgraded the brakes to 6-piston Brimbos. And those were notorious for, catching on fire, seizing up, brakes completely going out, crashes. It was awful. The 6-piston brakes on the 05s and 06s were notoriously bad, even though they should have been a really nice upgrade. In 04, it was the only year that you could exclusively get a short cab. That's right, they didn't make any extended cab or quad cab or mega cab, whatever you want to call them, crew cabs. They didn't make 4 doors back in these days, guys. This thing produces 500 horsepower, 525 pound-feet of torque from an 8.3 liter V10. You know what's interesting about that is they actually sourced the engine for the Dodge Viper car out of one of their work trucks. They sent it off to Lamborghini to be changed up and made into a high-performance monster of an engine. And then, after doing so and putting it in the Viper car, they plucked it back out of the Viper car and then put it back into a pickup truck. Dodge things, right? I don't know. They were doing some pretty cool, unique, and interesting things back in the day, guys. Innovating, doing things that, car manufacturers just don't do today. You know what I mean? I've got another Dodge from this era, Chrysler, sorry, the Prowler, 2002 Prowler. It's the very last year of the Prowler, and here we have a 2004, the very first year of this SRT Ram. And what a limited run these things had. In 3 years, they produced barely 10,000 of them. 5,000 of these came in this kind of short wheelbase model with a single cab. And here's another interesting fact. The single cab was the only one that you could get with this really cool feature. You guys want to see it? Let me show you. This is the only truck with the V10 that you could get with this. That's right. It's got a good old shift stick. If you got the 4-door variety, you were forced to get an automatic that came from a diesel. That's right, they used an automatic transmission that they used behind the Cummins engine, guys. Now, it wasn't just Dodge that was doing some pretty cool things. The other flagship street truck, sports truck that everybody knows, everybody remembers, it's the Ford Edge, right? I'm joking. It's a Ford, but it's not an Edge. It's the SVT Lightning, right? Now, that truck and this truck, those were like the trucks, man. Hey, this was it. And it's sad because in 2006, this truck disappeared forever. And the Lightning, if I remember right, ran from 93 to 95 for the first gens, and then 99 to 04. And the Ford Lightning, as much as I love it, it's an awesome truck. This one's, in my opinion, just a little bit better, okay? The Lightning was 380 horse, 450 foot-pounds of torque, whereas this one is 500 horse and 525 pound-feet of torque. The Lightning needs 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, which honestly is pretty impressive from a 5.4 liter with a 10 PSI of boost. This one, not to worry, guys. This one does it in 4.9 seconds. Yep, also better than the Lightning. Huh, that's not too shabby for an old truck. I'll be honest with you, the horsepower, torque, 0 to 60 times on this is actually kind of impressive even by today's standards. I'm going to tell you right now, this truck has a top speed of 154 miles an hour, and it can do the quarter mile in 13.6 seconds, which again just dominates over the F-150 Lightning. So this, in my opinion, If you're looking for a sports truck, this is the one to get right here, man. This is it. And for $18,000, guys, what are you waiting for? Like, this is like investing in stocks. You know what I mean? When the prices drop to just a stupid low number, it's time to buy. It's time to buy, because you're going to be hard pressed to go wrong on something like this for $18,000. I'm going to tell you right now, under the hood, I'm going to pop that right now and show you the Viper Power, right? And this hood is called the Power Bulge. I got me a Power Bulge. Just looking at this truck. You know what I mean? The Power Bulge. Look at this bumper, man. Look at these big wheels. Oh my God. Timeless design. Never gets old. You got leather or leatherette. I don't know. You got the Alcantara inserts, man. You got the 2 seats that flip into 3 seats. You got the Infinity subwoofer. I mean, this thing is beautiful. Take a look at it, guys. You got the Hearst shifter. Absolutely gorgeous. The push to start. You got the Kenwood aftermarket unit right there. And gorgeous gauges. The SRT oil temp gauge. Let's pop this hood, because that's where the money is, right? Obviously, 2-wheel drive. It's not a 4x4. This is a truck that was designed with a purpose. It was made for racing, you know? Oh, and take a look at the Power Bulge. You see it's got little Viper teeth? Offset teeth. Tooth, 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 tooth. Real cute Dodge. Real cute. Oh, the hood struts work. That's promising. That's real promising. Everything under the hood actually looks pretty good, guys. V10 505. And there is that monstrosity of an engine. Now, I actually found this truck locally in El Reno, Oklahoma, at a dealer-only auction. And it went up for sale twice, and nobody bid on it. And I'm going to tell you right now, the starting bid on this truck was like $16,000, and not a single bid. So when the auction was over, the guy was asking a reserve of $21,000 and change, and I thought, man, honestly, I would love to, because I've always wanted one of these, and I've never had one. But I thought, you know, I bet I could lowball him. I bet I could get this truck even cheaper. So I lowballed him at 17. He came back with a quick no, and I thought, all right, let's try again. Let's do 18. And I thought for sure we're going to haggle a little bit, but eventually I'm going to get the truck at a good price. 18 was the number. I sent him an offer of 18, and he sold it instantly. And the truck was delivered literally 80 miles from where I'm at down to my house. Now, it was listed as having an active fluid leak. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, if you know Vipers, and I've had 2 Dodge Vipers, the car version. This is my 3rd Viper, the first one as a pickup truck. If you know Vipers at all, you know they do like to leak, okay? And there are usually 2 places that they leak from. Number 1 is oil leaking from the power steering reservoir, all right? And number 2, if you're good on the power steering, you're definitely going to be leaking over here at the oil cooler lines, which are buried. They're hard to see because it's underneath a bunch of stuff, and the truck sits pretty high. Well, surprisingly, I assumed it was going to be the oil cooler lines, because those always leak on these. Oil cooler lines are actually dry, which is pretty impressive. However, when you get over to this side, this is where you see everything very wet. Valve cover is soaking wet. And if you get down here, you'll notice there's oil all over the manifold. So I thought, oh, Viper things, it's going to be a valve cover gasket, which on the truck, honestly, looks pretty easy to do. Not a big deal. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the valve cover gasket. It's not going to be that easy. Valve covers don't leak. In fact, what I want to show you guys is if you look down here a little bit, you see the cylinder head bolts down there? You see how that cylinder head looks like brand new? And you see how the bolts actually are very shiny and look brand new? Yeah, I think at a minimum, a cylinder head was replaced on this, probably recently, because those bolts don't even have any grease or grime on them yet. However, when you start getting down here, you'll see there's a lot of oil, a lot of residue, stuff going on over here. And the power steering is right here. Now this one's strange. The power steering line runs from here, and it goes over to the fan clutch. Supposedly, the fan in this is some kind of hydraulic. I don't know anything about this, guys, honestly. It's some kind of a hydraulic fan that runs on power steering fluid, and then it runs over to the... I'm seeing a bunch of mess down here by the rack and pinion, okay? So I'm assuming the leak is going to be something to do with either the rack and pinion, lines going to the rack and pinion. I also noticed this hose is bulging. This is normal. Believe it or not, this is normal. The hoses on these, I've seen them with 20,000 miles with bulging hoses. I don't pretend to understand. I've already ordered a new set of hoses, upper and lower. I've also ordered the heater hoses as well for it. And a couple things. This is a one-owner truck. Its whole life, that's right, one owner. This truck, I pulled the Carfax before I threw my bid on it. This truck just, like within the last 500 miles, had a clutch completely replaced, a rear main seal also replaced, and the flywheel resurfaced. Then before that, take a look, slave cylinder got replaced as well. It's got a relatively new battery. Brake fluid, stupid clean. Coolant, also very clean. I mean, somebody took really good care of this truck. So I bet you're wondering, well, what's the miles? And does it run and drive? We're gonna find that out here in just a second. I hate that I'm showing it to you when it's so dirty. It's filthy. We've had torrential rainfall here in Oklahoma. It's been pretty bad, guys. Now I wanna show you this real quick. This is the dealership that was selling it. All right, they left their calling card on it, and they have a price right here. The price they were selling it for at their dealership was $24,950. 25 grand, guys. I bought it for 18. I literally saved $7,000 off the dealer price. And you know another thing cool about this truck? It's a mega cab. Sort of. Some people are going to argue with me on that, but it's a single cab, obviously. But you see this extra room behind the seats? If you have a quad cab, this space is considered a mega cab. And behind it, look at all the room you have for throwing crap. I mean, it's actually a decent sized truck. You could put some small luggage or stuff back there, you know, groceries or whatever. Absolutely, man. So let's fire it up. Let's take a look at the mileage, all right? Because surely by now you guys are going, but the miles. It's probably got crazy high miles, right? Let's find out. Oh, yeah, it does. Oops. There's the kicker, right? By the way, this has never been in an accident. No collisions, no damage, no branded titles, none of that. One owner, clean title, all that good stuff. Mileage, 179, 226. Now, when you think about any vehicle from 2004, 180,000 miles in 2025 really ain't that bad. But remember, this is a specialty truck, okay? If you had that kind of miles on a Dodge Viper, who knows what the value would do. I mean, it would probably just tank. But thankfully, on these trucks, I have seen them plenty of times before with high miles. They seem to be really reliable trucks. They just need maintenance, you know, just like anything else. You got to be able to afford to do the maintenance and do it yourself. Save yourself a bunch of money and do it yourself, because parts for these are not cheap. You guys ready to fire it up? Let's fire it up, man. Let's do it. Push to start. Fires right up, man. Fires right up. By the way, warning lights on the dash? None. Zero. And here's the best part. Take a look at the trip. 154.9. Guess what, guys? That's all me. I couldn't wait for you. I couldn't wait for you. No, I have driven the living hell out of this truck, man. This thing's a blast. So yeah, I'm gonna spoil it. It runs, it drives. I don't know if the air conditioning works. I've never tried it. Today's the only warm day we've had in a while to try out air conditioning. It was below freezing yesterday. So take a listen. Sounds weird, don't it? Welcome to the world of Vipers. And that exhaust is stock, right? It sounds like a tractor, right? That V10, it's odd, man. It sounds odd. I like it though. You got to hear these things with the Ballinger exhaust. That's all I'm going to tell you. If you guys saw the last Viper I had before I sold it, I put like a $3,000 exhaust system on it. Headers, high flow cats, man, oh, these things pops and bangs and crackles. They sound amazing. Now, I'm already considering doing that to this truck. I'm talking the headers, everything, the works, from the headers back with the Ballinger exhaust system. I'm thinking about it, but on this truck, it's like $3,600, $3,800. And instead of doing it myself, because of the mileage, and I'll probably send it to the dealer and let them put the exhaust on, because the risk of breaking bolts off in the head, it's pretty significant. And I don't want to risk it, guys, personally. I don't want to risk it. I mean, look at this truck. How has it got this many miles and it's this old and it looks this good? There's no rips, guys. No, nothing. It's not ripped anywhere. It's absolutely beautiful. The headliner, everything, power windows, the heat works, lights and signals, no warning lights on the dash. The only thing I do want to know, though, is if the AC works. You guys know how I am with air conditioning. There we go. Ooh, it didn't sound like the compressor kicked on. Uh-oh. Tell me we got air conditioning. Boy, honestly, we don't need it today, but it sure would be nice to have. Wait. Yeah, there it is. We got air conditioning. Of course we do. Of course we do. Got a Kenwood book in there. Thankfully, the dashboard is not destroyed in this. And over the last 150 miles, I have averaged 13.8 miles a gallon. And it's not like I drive this thing conservatively. I like to say that I drive it kind of spiritedly, you know? Spirited driving. Oil pressure, phenomenal, man. Look at that. Oil pressure is like 80 PSI. This thing's nice. What is this, a cup holder? No, an ashtray, really? An ashtray. You get a power point down here, and then you get this hook. I don't even know what do you do with this? Hang a hat on it? I wouldn't hang much on this brittle plastic, but that's kind of cool, I guess. And then you've got this thing right here. What is this? Where did that come from? So there's a cigarette lighter, but I don't know where would this... I don't know. I don't know where this would have... There's another cigarette lighter outlet right there. That's cool. And you got... What is this? I didn't even know this was in here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do we got here? Let's dump this out and see what it is. This is scary sounding. Brackets. Oh. It's a nut driver, brackets, and screws. Oh, spoiler remover. Instructions for spoiler removal. Oh, it's nice that they left this and the toolkit, because I was wondering about that. And by the way, this folds down, or comes out. There we go. Yeah, it has built-in dividers. How cool is that? So let's take a look at the tailgate real quick. I'm assuming this has been replaced, because these, if I remember right, came with a hard clamshell tonneau cover. Obviously, we don't have that anymore. What we do have, though, which is really nice, is a locking tailgate. That's nice. And then you've got this retractable bed cover. You just twist this, and it's got a lock on it, too. And probably when it was new, it slid easily on its own. There we go. It's a little better. It's made by Lear, so it's a good one. And you got a nice bed liner. Big rubber. Oh, look how clean it is under there. So this thing's not beat up. That's nice. And then you've got the spoiler, which has some foam. Then you've got the nut driver that shows... Oh, hell, honestly, I don't know how you get that off. I would probably have to read the instruction manual to figure it out. Now, if you want to close this, you just grab this right here, and you give her a pull. And look, it comes right out. Hear it clicking? There it is. Just like that. Should already be locked in place. Throw your little strap back in there. This tailgate actually weighs quite a bit, guys. And there it is. And you know, if you need to haul something, well, and you can lock the bed cover as well. You can take the spoiler off if you need to. Man, this is nice. Let's see if we can get this stuff off, though. I was saving peeling this stuff off for you guys. What is that? There we go. There we go. Let's just get all this. There we go. Yeah. That's nice. We'll fold this over. Just kind of, there. All right, looks better. Now, you know what it's time for. We gotta go for a ride, man. Oh, I smell oil for sure. Well, power steering fluid, I suppose is what it is. Let's cut this down a little bit. And let me buckle up, guys. Let's go for a ride. Now, I've posted some pictures of this on Instagram, and I've thrown a few like teasers out there for you guys. And surprisingly, I've had a lot of people say that I paid too much for it. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting anybody to say that, because in my mind, I think I got a great deal on it. Like, I mean, a spectacular deal. And by the way, suspension, it's like shocks, it drives like a brand new truck. Seriously, drives and rides like a brand new truck. Even over all the nasty bumps out here, there's no rattles, no clanking, clunking, clinking, nothing. It rides perfect. And the steering, tight, super tight steering. I mean, this truck feels like it was made to go around sharp corners at high rates of speed. You know what I mean? It's really something. And it's so calm and quiet. It's like, I'm not bothering nobody. And then you hear her wake up, man. I mean, this thing is happy being driven like a Chevy Cobalt, or you could drive it like a race car. Honestly, the truck drives great. Either way, you could be hyper-miling it trying to get Prius fuel economy out of it, and the truck will enjoy it. Or you can be smashing on it, doing burnouts and hitting twisties, and the truck is fine with that too. It is an absolute blast to drive. In fact, I would say, since I have owned 2 Vipers, and this is my 3rd one, technically this is a 3rd Viper, I would say this is a better experience all around, overall. Hands down, this is a much better driving experience than the car version of the Viper. You get all the horsepower, you get all the torque, you get a lot of the fun, maybe not all the cool factor, okay? But everything else you get, minus dying of a heat stroke in the car, even with the air conditioning on. Look at this. Let's slow her down a little bit. All right, you ready? You ready? Oh, man. Oh, she's smoking real bad now. Oh, I'm not turning the camera around. Oh boy, see, we got her under some revs, and it's blowing. I am certain that is power steering fluid. I'm certain that we have a leak at the power steering pump or the hell, I forgot what it was called. The rack and pinion. Took me like 30 seconds to come up with that. So in the Viper, in the car form, they run super hot. And I'm not talking about the temp gauge. I'm talking about inside the car. Man, it is just, it's like driving through hell constantly. Even with the air conditioning on, it is hot. In the wintertime, if it's cold and you're like me and you'll drive your Viper in the cold, you will need your air conditioning. I'm dead serious. Those cars are so hot inside, and they will rattle your brain until you have a stroke. They will literally rattle the teeth out of your mouth. Those cars are very impractical and very hard to drive, but they're also very, very cool. Whereas this truck is still pretty damn cool. You still get all the fun, but it's not hot in here. Like, you never get hot in here at all. Plus, you have so much room for carrying things, for storing things. It's a nice place to be. I'm going to be completely honest with you. For a sports truck, this thing actually handles the bumps and potholes and stuff really, really well. Now, I've never owned an SVT Lightning. I love the Lightning, by the way. Always have. Beautiful truck. Mad respect for the SVT Lightning. But I'm going to tell you right now, even without owning one, hands down, any day of the week, a Lightning versus this, I'm buying this over the Lightning over and over again. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Like, that's just the way it is. Whether that pisses people off or not, I don't know. I'm sorry. But, like, this is where it's at for me, man. Now, I'd buy a Lightning, but I'm going to tell you right now, the Lightning, it's not a cheap truck either, guys. I was looking around today just to get an idea, like, what is a Lightning worth? How much do Lightnings cost versus the Ram? I was doing some research for this video. Guys, they're not far apart. And an SVT Lightning, man, they can run anywhere from like $25,000, and they go up like to $45,000, $50,000, obviously depending on miles, condition, number of owners, and all of that good stuff. It's not cheap. Same thing with this truck, though. This truck can run you, I mean, typically, you're not going to find these for under 20. Like 20 would be bare minimum for something that's probably in pretty rough shape. And they go all the way up, you know, depending on mileage and condition. So I think they're pretty similar price-wise. But performance-wise, it's just, no, man. If it's performance you're after, this is it. Now, as far as looks go, I don't know. I love the look of the Lightning. I also love the look of this truck as well. That's definitely all personal preference. But in the performance department, you're not going to beat the Ram SRT 10. Now, I know everybody's waiting for a big smoky burnout, and I hate to disappoint you, but we're not doing that today. Number one, tires for this truck are not cheap. Number two, it has a brand new clutch, okay? We're not going to be doing clutch dumps on a truck with a new clutch. And by the way, you see how I'm shifting there? Super smooth and easy. Like, literally, you can shift this thing like a granny. And I'm doing that on purpose, okay? I'm not out here racing around. Like, you can very, very easy to shift. The clutch feels very nice. You can absolutely granny shift this truck, and it just eats it up, man. It will cruise all day long. Or if you want to do some power shifting and really slam it, you can do that too. And she loves it. You want to talk about a perfect truck? This is it. As long as you don't need to haul anything, because you're not going to haul anything with this truck. This doesn't have a receiver hitch, and it doesn't have a bumper hitch either. Like, nothing. You're not towing with this truck. It's a sports truck. You don't need to haul. If you want to haul stuff, go get a real truck. A real truck. This is a real truck. It's a sports truck. It's a pretty fast truck. I am absolutely in love with it. Do you see, like, you guys know these back roads. You've watched my videos long enough. The roads back here are crap. That was a bridge I just went over. Very, very nasty bump on that bridge. I barely felt it. This is a great truck for just about everything other than pulling something behind it. If you don't need to pull stuff, you know, you can load appliances, you can throw stuff in the bed all day long, as you don't need to pull something. This is a great truck to be out just whipping around. It gets attention everywhere you go. I know because I've been driving it. People see it and it's like, they're like, oh man, the Viper truck. So many people have forgotten that this poor truck even existed, man. It was only out for 3 years. 3 years. Such a limited run. 10,000 of them produced, 5,000 in the single cab. That's not many, guys. In the big scheme of cars, like, this is a really limited production run. And this one, even though it's got high mileage, this one runs and drives great. All right, let's get back up in here and let's pop the hood and see how bad she's smoking. Oh, I promise you, she's smoking. Make sure, oh, I can smell it. Let's turn off that AC. AC feels nice. You see the gauges after highway driving. Everything is good, man. Solid as a rock. But that active fluid leak that they were talking about, they sure weren't joking. They sure weren't joking. It doesn't look like it's smoking that bad. Oh yeah, it is. Woo! See, at first glance, it looks like a valve cover gasket, right? It's coming from the valve cover. In fact, if you look at the valve cover's soaking wet. I'm telling you, I don't think it's coming from the valve cover, guys. It's like splattered all over here too. And it's all over that exhaust. And if you look down here, look how wet everything is down there. Look at all that. It's all over the air compressor too. No, it's a power steering line. I guarantee it, man. I guarantee it. You got a power steering line that's blowing. It's either blowing from down there or up here it's blowing this way. But it's for sure a power steering line. So I already ordered them. They cost me $275. They have a lifetime warranty, guaranteed never to leak. And I also ordered those silicone coolant hoses as well. So we'll replace the coolant hoses. Look how bad that's smoking. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize it was that bad, guys. Because literally I drove this thing 150 miles like this. Wow. Well, that ain't good, right? All right, you know what? Just close the hood, pretend like you never saw it. You know what I mean? It's fixed. No problem at all. Take a look at these tires, man. We got Goodyear. These are, what are they? Forterra? Goodyear Forterra SL edition. Never heard of them. I have no idea. But I'll tell you what though, man. Take a look at this truck. She's dirty. Damn, she's beautiful though, man. What a beautiful truck, inside and out. Absolutely love this thing. So we're going to be coming back here real soon. As soon as all these parts come in, we're going to come back and start tearing into this. We'll clean up all that oily mess under the hood. We'll get it running, try to figure out for sure where the leak is coming from, and then start changing things. Hoses and power steering lines, you know, all that good stuff. And with any luck, we'll get her in tip-top shape in no time. So, in my opinion, was it worth the 18,000 bucks? You kidding me? For a Viper truck? All day, man. All day. If I got to change a couple hoses or whatever, or even valve cover gaskets, whatever, man. Like, not a problem. With as good as this thing runs and drives, the fact there's no lights on the dash, everything works. And the best part, since I'm a dealer, it's still a one-owner truck. Like, it doesn't go on Carfax as a new owner since I bought it because I'm a dealer. So it still maintains that it's a one-owner truck. Perfect. I'm thrilled. I love it, and I hope you guys are ready to jump in on this and do some work on it with me. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.